We always leave a couple new ones coming off the trunk because this will be my cane for next year to lay down, and then the fruit will be on that. Per vine. Because in the springtime, when they first come out, there might be as many as 20 per vine. So we knock
20
off
shoots.
20 shoots. So typically, we try to get the number we want and also get the proper spacing so that we don't have clusters laying on top of clusters, because that can cause a lot of rot. Right now I'm also pulling off some of the leaves and some of the lateral shoots to try to expose the fruit. Not necessarily to a lot of sunlight. This is on the north side of the vine, which gets very little sunlight, but to open it up so if we do have rain in the middle of the night, the wind and sun will dry it off as quickly as possible, to help prevent rots, and can actually reduce some spraying during the year. If like right here, Paul, this is where we've got two of them growing together. It's a primary and a secondary bud. That one has fruit. This one just has a little tiny cluster. I'll take that off. It opens it up more. If you don't have the right kind that comes naturally just from the grapes breaking down, it could just make the whole vineyard spoil. Because the kind that we usually get is the kind that's brought on by rain, and that will just cause this cluster to rot, and then that one, and then just everything will. The wind will disperse the mold spores to the next row. So it's best just to keep the fruit as clean as possible, and hope for good weather. Not too many hurricanes up the coast in the fall during harvest. This is a vine that actually died, but you can see this is how the vines come. It's a dormant graft, and about a month later, that's what they look like. And a year later, this is what they look like. This is Sauvignon Blanc that was planted last year. Yeah, now last year, the ones that were planted like this got about this tall, but then we cut them back to about here to try to establish a good trunk, and also in the first year, we really want the roots to grow down as much as possible. So by eliminating the growth that grew last year, all the energy was in the roots, which helped them grow. Now this year we're going to grow the trunk up to this fruiting wire, and then next year we'll put the canes out and have fruit in year 3. Some people have fruit in year 2, but we've found that it's better to slow the vine down, make it grow slower, and get the roots established before we get to that point. So
year 2 being this year. I mean, the second year it's in the ground.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, some people would have left a trunk already last year from what grew, and then this year, they might only have one cane or one cordon out here, but they'll still get 2 to 3 pounds of fruit per vine in the second year. For us, we really don't need the fruit right now because we have all the other vines that are producing. We'd rather have a well-established vine than some mediocre fruit and a mediocre vine later on. But so this is another 4.5 acres with potential to plant another, I believe, 12 up here on the hill.
Is this the first of the Sauvignon Blanc, or
there's an acre in the first field we were at. There's an acre there that was planted in 02 or 03, I believe. And then there's another 2 acres of Sauvignon Blanc here. At the bottom of the field is Muscat Blanc. There's an acre and a half of that. And then there's an acre of Semillon here, which we also have another half an acre. I think it's the top 3 rows are Semillon.